Hello, everyone. I want to thank everyone for joining for today's webinar. For today's session, we did a soft launch for our Avidian AI system that works with Classic Profit that, anybody that's using the Classic Outlook, and then also for Avid CRM for anyone that is using the new Outlook. I'll kind of show you a little bit about the AI system and then also how Avid CRM um, works with the AI. Like I said, this is a soft launch, so a lot of you may not see it right away show up. Um, some people may need to get on the latest version, which is just checking for a software update. If you're using the Profit CRM, anybody that's using Avid CRM, you may just see it at the end of today or maybe tomorrow morning with the Avid AI button showing up. So I'm gonna start sharing my screen and I'll kind of show you the overview of how the AI system works and how it can help you guys with managing your data, getting the information that you need. And like I said, the AI right now is in phase 2, which means that as of right now, it will give you the information that you request. Um, but eventually we will deploy a phase 3 version, which kind of learns based on what you ask. It learns from your data. And then there will be another more phases all the way up to phase 4, phase 5, where it will allow you to click prompts or provide prompts where it can do actionable items. So such as create a contact for you, create a opportunity for you, things of that nature. It will be more of an actionable item. As of right now, this is more of information items or prompts that you can ask the AI of getting the information for you. So I'm going to start sharing my screen. And also the Q&A is open if anybody has any questions along the way. So right now I am in the Avid CRM, which is for the new Outlook. As you can see, I am in the new Outlook here. And this is the Avid CRM for anybody that is using the new Outlook. Um, the AI system, I have it up right here, which is called Avidian AI. Um, so everything is this AI kind of is going to learn from how you ask it questions, certain prompts that you may want to find about a specific, maybe a contact or an opportunity, or information that you don't want to kind of go through all of your contact base. You can kind of ask it as a normal human. Basically, you know, what is the phone number for such as this? I asked the question, what is the phone number for Donna Elliott? On our data, obviously there's a whole bunch of Donna Elliott's because our database that we're using is all test information. But in your case, you wouldn't have that many because you wouldn't have that many duplicates, right? So most likely when you ask it this question, it will just give you one specific row with the specific information that you request. And also you may see all departments, you may not see any of these at all. By default, we have different departments that you can organize, but in your case, you may just see the sales or anything like that. So I'm going to ask it a couple questions to kind of give you an example of how the system works. Let me just pull up these questions here. All right, so I'll try asking a question, something very simple, maybe someone that is just starting the CRM, right? And it could be a new employee, new user, they don't really know how to use the CRM. You can technically ask these questions instead of our support team. You can definitely ask the AI on how to get a quick response, or on how to find how to do certain things. So first basic question maybe I can ask is how to create a contact, right? Based on what you ask, the amount of information it needs to look through, the time will be, higher or lower. This is a basic question. What I asked was, how to create a contact. Um, it gives us the, one by one instructions on how to do it. So this would be a basic question for anybody that's new, that is just getting into the CRM and they kind of want to know how to use it. So for this instance, I asked it how to create a contact, and it kind of gives us the information, open contact manager, click the arrow next to new, and then there's a new contact, right? If you enter the company information, and it kind of tells you all of the information that it is going to try to sync with. If there is a Outlook sync that you want to do, it gives you the information on how to do that as well. And let's see if we can ask another question, how to create opportunity. So like I said, these are just going to be basic questions that I'm asking. Obviously, you can ask it whatever you want, um, but it's only going to be reliable based on your data. If you ask it a question like, how can I become a millionaire? It's not going to give you that response of how to do that, because that has nothing to do with the CRM at all. Um, or or you may want to ask, how can I get more contacts or more client list, right? It may give you instruction on how to do that, but if this is more of your data and what information that you want based on your data. These questions, like I inputted how to create an opportunity, it gives us the instruction on how to do that. Uh, open contact manager or company manager, because there's different ways that you can create opportunities. So some of you may not be aware that there is different ways. You can either do it directly from opportunity manager, which is right here, directly in opportunity manager, but there is also a way that you can do it from a contact or even a company manager. Also, it gives you an option to do it from an email. Um, there is a instruction to do it directly from an email and create that opportunity. So you do have that feature. I'm not sure if anybody is aware that you're able to create an opportunity from an email in your inbox. So it gives you the instruction on how to do that as well. And then also, if you're aware, there is a mobile app for the CRM. So on the mobile app, it gives you the instruction on how to do that as well. Another question. So we have a one question. Can you cut and paste the AI information directly into the contact notes? Good question. I believe you're able to do that. So you can, let me see if I just open up a notepad. Yes, so it does allow you to cut and paste whatever information um, that the AI generates for you. You're able to do that. Eventually, we will get like a export option or export button, which is a feature that some of our test users requested. So if you kind of think about it, that's going to help you as far as getting reports, right, if you want like huge amount of data, such as, hey, how many active opportunities do I have for the month of January, right? If you have like 20 active opportunities, they will list all that opportunity information for you. But let's say maybe you just want to take that with you to an Excel sheet or something like that. You will get a button where it says, export to Excel, and now you can theoretically, get a report based on the information the AI provided. Another question is, can I ask when the last time I spoke to a certain client? Let's copy that. I mean, that's a good question. We can definitely ask. So I'll copy that and let's see. I'm thinking that mine is going to take a little bit longer than yours because, like I said, we're using our test database, and there you go. Um, it says no contact found because no client name or criteria were provided to identify the client. Um, okay, so maybe we can rearrange that question. Let's see, when spoke to a contact. If you think about it, this question is very generic because it's saying, when is the last time I spoke to a contact? So in order for the AI to give you that information, you have to put in something in that system, right? Or in that contact field. So maybe there was like a note, maybe you had like a prompt or a drop down that has a date you created yourself. Maybe if that information was there, um, it may have provided that information. No user found with the display name I. Okay. So it will tell you what it cannot do and what it can't do, right? So it's saying, when is the last time I spoke to a contact? That's my question. It's stating that I maybe been the contact name. So let's say, um, let's say my name. All right, so I am the user. So basically, Mil Rahman is the user that has created a contact, whatever the case. And I want to know, when was the last time I spoke to Donna Elliott? I'm not sure if it's going to give us the answer that we're looking for because it has to know what information is it pulling from. So unless there was a column, name, spoke, or maybe some type of a note or a timestamp, I don't think it will be able to find it. So it is limited to depending on what information you already have in the system. So as you can see, no recorded interactions were found between me and Donna in the CRM. That's probably because there's no notes or values that I have inputted when I have spoken with Donna, right? If you have maybe a note, maybe a prompt, that would probably give you more information, right? Another good question is the email. So if you have, if anybody uses linked emails with opportunities or anything like that, I think this should give you a correct information if that email is associated with the contact Donna or you have linked them. And of course, all of these answers that has generated, we do have a feedback button. So um, if a specific answer does not meet your standards, or this is not true, we do have a feedback. So if it's a good response, you can up it. Um, and if it's a bad response, you can always provide your feedback. Okay, so my last interaction with Donna, I was CC'd on this email. So that's why it provided us this timestamp and the receive date, right? So um, it was between all of us. So basically within my team, and I was CC'd in that email, and that was my interaction. So yes, so it does give you a timestamp of that last interaction with a specific user or contact, and it does give us a subject. So it may tell you what email it was contacted with. It does give us the interaction date. So yes, I did interacted today from this email that Donna was CC'd on. So it does give us that information, as you can see. Um, and I know this because earlier this morning we did have that interaction with that email, so which is correct. All right. Um, Another maybe a data question that I want to pull up. Let's say, mm, how many contacts are in Jersey? All right, so I'm asking it a specific data question based on a geolocation. So basically, I want to know how many contacts are in New Jersey. Truthfully, I don't know. Um, like I said, this is all test data that we have in here, so it may take a while. We may have thousands of tests that are based in New Jersey. And the time, it does give you the time, like this one gave us 50 seconds. This was much faster because it's only given us a numeric number. So it's not going through every New Jersey contact. All we asked was give me a count, right? So I requested, how many contacts are in New Jersey. It gives us a count of the value, 3,327, which is crazy. But obviously, you guys wouldn't have that much. Um, you know, in our test database, we have over like 400,000 tests or dummy accounts. So our number is going to be much higher. Um, let's say how many active, how many. So this could be a question that maybe management wants to find, right? How many opportunities have I won in December 2025? Right? So this could be a question where you want to find out maybe how many opportunities you actually closed or maybe made the sale in the month of December. Most likely we don't have any um, because these are all tests. But oh, okay. So it wants to know the user. So one question is, can you show us how to email from opportunities as mine is not working with the new Avid? Okay. Yeah, that should be simple here. So as you can see, we got 0 because we don't all of our data is test, so we don't really have any that we're gonna win. But in your case, if you do have opportunities that you have sold or you've won, it'll give you a count. The question for the email is if we go to my opportunities here, click email. So you may have a settings within the Avid CRM, which is called, if you go to tools, you go to Avid Administrator, there is an Outlook account that should be attached. Now either that got unbinded or it didn't get linked again, and you need to unbind and then rebind again. So you should get this option when you go to Avid Administrator under Tools, under General tab. There should be an account there, and if it's your account, then just do an unbind and rebind again. Or if you don't see an account, then it should just give you a prompt to bind it, because it needs to know which email is coming from. And if that's not the case, then our support team should be able to just take a look at your settings and see what's wrong. All right. So as you can see, there's very, different type of questions that you can ask this AI system. Um, we plan to have this like replace your report manager, right? Basically, there's really no longer is going to be an option where you may just take this over regarding, instead of using report manager, because you can technically go to the AI and just ask it questions that you want to know, data points that you want to know. Um, maybe you want to know like how many contacts I created in the month of January, right? Which is another good question. Six. Most likely none. I don't think she created any contacts in January. But this will kind of replace your report manager, um, because you can ask it specific questions instead of going through report manager, clicking on, okay, she probably did create one contact. So it does give you the number value of that contact or whoever, contact it was created. What was the contact name? So another cool question, maybe I want to know, okay, I want to keep on following until I get more information. So I'm kind of going through a rabbit hole from the original question to now trying to get more details about this contact, right? Um, okay, what was the requested contact name? Donna Elliott. Maybe I need to ask first name or last name, right? So AI, it's a time saving, but it does have its pros and its cons. The more you use it, the AI kind of learns from your prompts. Um, it is not 100% real person, right? It is still a machine learning environment. So depending on what you put in your database, how you ask it these specific questions, then it will kind of give you the answer. Um, yes, you can ask it questions just like a normal human being, but it does have its limits. Um, and that's where our phase 3, phase 4, phase 5 comes in, where it kind of gets smarter and smarter as it goes. And that's when the actionable item comes in play, where you can have it create the CRM information for you, where you don't have to manually click on a specific contact to create them or opportunities to create them. So it is one of the key functions which, we believe that AI will help all of our customers. It is tailored to your specific data, and it will kind of learn from how you ask it the specific questions, on how you get that information, on how it provides that information. The thumbs up, thumbs down gives the AI more information on how you want to relay the correct information, right? So maybe you didn't like the answer of what it provided, but it is accurate when it comes to value counts, when it comes to um, the information, such as, what is the last email to Donna Elliott, right? It gives us the specific, uh, it doesn't give us the email information, but it does give you the subject of that email, when it was sent, the timestamp, when it was sent from, right? Um, or actually who. If you're CC'd in those emails, that will give you that information, right? So this AI is going to be free basically for everyone that already has a license, which is just the phase 2. So we're not charging any of our existing users to be able to use the AI. It will be included um, as a normal free AI system, but it will get to a point where it will get up to phase 3, phase 4, and you need more information, or you need the AI to be able to give you more information or to be able to do actionable item. That's when we may have to have some pricing involved. But to have generic information such as this, everyone should be able to use this as a free feature. Like I said, it is a slow rollout. We just rolled it out earlier this morning, so not a lot of people will be able to get it right away. Um, if you get an email message or if you get an auto update notification, that means maybe your account is trying to push that update out. Um, but the more you use it, you will kind of see like how it will definitely help you with your CRM, with getting more clients, getting more sales, whatever the case or whatever your goal is to use the CRM, the best ability that you can. With that, does anybody else have any questions regarding AI, Avid CRM? Anybody else that wants to, that's not with Avid CRM, that may want to get involved in Avid CRM? Like I said, Avid CRM right now is also free for anybody that wants to use it. Um, we do will change the pricing if you want to keep both. So if you want to keep Profit CRM for Classic and Avid, that's when we will ask for a pricing change. But if you just want to use Avid CRM for the next month or so, it's completely free. There's really no charge. Um, and you can definitely ask me or our support team to provide you access for that. With that, if anybody has any questions, feel free to put it in the QA, or you can send me an email if you have any questions at all with the AI system or anything like that. All right, one person stated would like to try Avid CRM. Yeah, definitely send me an email. We can get on a call. The install is only 5 minutes, not even, very quick, and you'll definitely tell the difference. And let me send my email here. All right, so that's my email address. If anybody is interested in getting the Avid CRM or anything like that, feel free to reach out. we can get on a call and I'll get that set up for you. Do we need assistance with Avid CRM install? If you're very tech savvy on getting the install, so when I say tech savvy, there is instructions from Microsoft on how to install a third-party app. It's only 5 minutes of your time. I can send you the instructions on how to do that. Just send me an email, and I can give you the instructions on how to do it. So yeah, I mean, if you're tech savvy and on how to install an app, go for it. It's very simple. The instructions are on the Microsoft page that I will provide on the email. So definitely, yeah, you can definitely do it by yourself. There's no other questions. I did provide my email. Uh, Send me an email if you have questions on how to get the Avid CRM, or if you want assistance with it, just let me know. We can schedule a time. Other than that, I do have another webinar next week, same time, Thursday, and we'll kind of go through other subjects. If you have something that you want to review, either from Profit CRM or Avid CRM or whatever the case, we can review that on on next week's call as well. Thank you. Take care.